Every day, nearly all of these choices are a 50-50 call. You could just as easily land in one place as the other. If you changed one thing you do within the first 20 minutes of waking up, I am going to give you 3, however, or if you had just a little bit more energy from a high-fat, low-sugar breakfast, maybe you'd choose differently. Maybe it would cease to be a question at all. Of course you're going to the gym. Then, because you went to the gym, you find yourself less stressed that night. So you have sex. Then you sleep better. Then you wake up more vibrant and with more energy. And you have set in motion a positive cascade of choices. The tipping point was one small change in breakfast. You exchanged your Apple Jacks for an avocado, and all of a sudden your day was different. Your week was different. Maybe your whole month was different. Nick Saban, probably the greatest coach in the history of college football, tells his players to follow what he calls the process. He tells them that the average down in football lasts about 7 seconds. If they want to win an SEC championship or a national title, they should focus on that smallest unit of measurement, 7 seconds. Don't get lost in the big picture, he says, and risk taking your eyes off the prize. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on something you can chew and swallow. Focus on the micro, in other words, and the macro takes care of itself. That's the approach we're going to take. The way to own your life is to own your day, today, because that's all you have. The samurai master, Miyamoto Musashi, told his students in his Book of 5 Rings, "When you freely beat one man, you beat any man in the world." The spirit of defeating a man is the same for 10 million men. The strategist makes small things into big things, like building a great Buddha from a 1-foot model. The principle of strategy is having one thing to know 10,000 things. To live one day well is the same as to live 10,000 days well. To master 24 hours is to master your life. Everyone has room to improve. All human beings, every single one of us, have in some way taken a detour off the blueprint of optimal living. We can't help it. It's the world we live in. So we have to take measures as strong as the forces opposing us, or else we struggle. I know from experience. Before I built Onnit into a movement that touches the lives of millions of people, I was stressed, depressed, and suffering as a consequence. Wild blood sugar swings from poor diet choices were exhausting me. I hurt my body with all sorts of toxic substances. I was sick, a lot. Then one day near my 30th birthday, I made a commitment to be better. It was so significant that I decided to adopt my middle name as my first name, Aubrey, and to strike out from that moment as a better human being. I didn't have a perfect plan yet, like the one contained in this book. I wish I did. But I had choices, and I started making them. Good ones. I chose to take responsibility for my life, to own it. I chose to accept that whatever happened was on me. I would not hide behind the cozy blankets of relinquished responsibility any longer. I researched furiously, talked to everyone I could, and experimented tirelessly until I found the tools and practices that could bring me total human optimization. These hard-won understandings form the nexus of a company with the mission to help bring these tools and techniques to the world. This company, Onnit, has been a great a success as I dared to dream. Based in Austin, Texas, we've been honored to be of assistance to some of the most impressive people in the world. My partner from the word go, quintuple threat Joe Rogan, drummer Travis Barker, platinum rapper and actor Ludacris, Olympic gold medal downhill skier Bodie Miller, 3-time NHL Stanley Cup winners Duncan Keith and Jonathan Taves, U.S. women's soccer team member Lori Lightning Lindsay, Allison Holker of Dancing with the Stars, and mixed martial arts champions Cody Garbrandt, Tyron Woodley, and Michelle Watterson, among many others. You'll meet some of them in the book. You know what we find when we sit down with them? They're not perfect either. They have the same struggles as you and I do. Maybe it's not getting enough sleep. Maybe their nutrition is off. Maybe they've got a bad habit or they feel foggy all morning. Maybe they have some nagging injury that bothers them throughout the day. They are almost always dealing with stress, and they too sometimes doubt themselves. The first thing we do with them is the first thing I'm going to do with you. Examine your day. What do you do when you wake up? What do you eat? Are you getting enough of this vitamin or that one? Are you seeking good stress?